All right, MTA fans, we are live from beautiful Bet Wilson Sports Complex here in Summerlin, Nevada, just outside of Las Vegas for Game 3 of the Las Vegas Mayor's Cup for our MTA 0304 ECNL team. They are playing CGA this morning, late morning, almost noon. Don't know where they're from, Nadir, and I think they're from California, but don't know much else about them. Beautiful day out, not a cloud in the sky. It's probably mid to upper 50s, no wind. What a great day to play outdoor soccer. Starting lineups will be brought to you, as always, by the Nadir's streaming service, the Bargeste Production Network. Starting in the back, well, if you need any streaming needs at MTA, always contact Bargeste Production Network at nadirisawesome@gmail.com. Starting lineups, Bayless Flynn in the blacks. All blacks today. Must have been watching the rugby match earlier. And net defense is Sid Dries, Lindsey Birch, Kendall Quall, and Ramira Ambrose. Midfield is Caitlin Mulcahy, Sophia Bargeste, Maddie Poor. Forward line is Maddie Darlene, Kendall Stadden, and Alma Beaton. Looks like MTA got the ball start of the first half. Waiting for the rest whistle, and we'll be starting here quickly. MTA is starting in their Carolina Blues, going right to left on your screen here to start. And CGA will begin the whites going left to right. Sounds like they're from Utah. Nadir's making friends. They're from Idaho, actually. Whistle's blown. We're kicking off, and we're playing soccer. Kendall Stad to Maddie Poor back to Sid to Soph. Back to Caitlin. Maddie Poor defending, pulls that ball out. Gets it back to Ramira. Rammer back to Soph. Soph all the way over to Sid. Sid takes a touch inside. Back to Soph. Rammer plays it through. Soph. Soph trying to find Maddie. Pressure from Maddie. Maddie back to Sid. Sid to Soph. Maddie started to run. Soph thought she was going to stay there wide. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a CGA throw. Ball's in. Sid first to it. Puts ahead, keeps it in bounds. Stadden fighting. CGA playing through the middle. 11. Plays it. Lindsay steps to it. Lindsay takes control. Lays it to Caitlin. Caitlin wide out to Rammer. Ramira plays to the middle. Ramira trying to connect with Maddie Poor just behind her. Soph there defending. Caitlin steps. Push the ball forward. Pressure from Beaton. Ball pops through to Stadden, goes backwards. Kendall with pressure. Maddie Poor steps. Maddie Darlene cutting through the box. Maddie cuts it through. Shot on goal, right at the goalie, saved by the goalie. Idaho clears it out, trying to counter. Ramiro chases it down. Plays it backwards to Quall. Quall plays that volley, gets it on the ground quickly to Lindsay. Lindsay up through to the middle to Caitlin. Caitlin wide out to Ramira. Ramira to Caitlin. Caitlin trying to drop it into the corner. Just maybe too much. Trying to find Alma. Ball goes out of bounds. Goal kick for CGA. Sorry, I said it like 3 different states. CGA is located as a soccer team out of Idaho. Goalie puts it down. Players push forward. She looks like she's going to kick this away. Kicks it on the ground short. Alma reads that. Gets a foot on it. Just too much of a touch. CGA is able to possess. Plays it to the middle. Soph there. Sid, good step. combining defending with Poor and Caitlin. Caitlin to Alma. Alma trying to find Maddie. CGA player puts a head on it, goes up through the middle. Soph gets it to the ground. Back to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ramira. Soph finds Alma. Alma with the cross. Finds Maddie Poor. Off the post and in. Good job from Alma and Maddie Poor. Maddie Poor goes far post, gets it glancing off of the post and goes in. 1-0 MTA. .350 in, 1-0 MTA. Goal by Maddie Poor. Pressure from Darlene. Ball goes off out of bounds off of Maddie's shin pads. Goal kick for CGA. Good pressure from MTA. We are in the far corner of the facility today, closest to the retail area, and right behind us is the main roadway that leads into the park, so we might hear some traffic. Ball's up. Maddie Poor here with pressure. Sid steps around it, plays it to Poor. Oh, Maddie trying to play the middle, looking for Soph. Soph went on more of a looping run. Caitlin there, ball goes through. MTA tracks back. Levin's in the box. Defense from Qual right there. Ball goes out of bounds. Ruled corner kick for CGA. First corner kick of the game goes to CGA. Down to the right here. Ball's up. Got to get it out of there. Soph's all the way back, defending. Tries to play up the middle. Miss hit by the CGA player. Ball goes out of bounds, MTA throw. Ramira going quickly, finds Maddie's feet, gets it to Alma, back to Maddie. Maddie tries to hit it from there. Goal kick for CGA. Goalie flips it to a defender. Ball's up. Ball goes out of bounds. MTA throw. 6:30 in here in the first half. 30-minute halves again today. 1-0 MTA. Ball gets to Stadden. Stadden in the office, going to work. Puts it on the ground for a cross. Ball's over the heads of both Qual and the CGA player, Lindsay. Working together. Qual plays it to Soph. Soph lays it off to Ramira. Ramira back to Qual. Qual all the way back to Bay. Bay takes a touch. Plays it to Lindsay. Maddie back to Sid. Maddie, Poor, taking space. Trying to lead Maddie there, just got a little bit too much of the outside of the ball, goes out of bounds. CGA throw. Sid back to Lindsay. Lindsay comes back to Sid. Sid standing here, got time. Through the middle to Caitlin. Caitlin to Sid. Sid to Linz. Lindsay finds Caitlin in the middle. Plays wide to Ramira. Ramira takes a touch, trying to look and play the ball outside. Gets around the first defender. Plays in the middle to Soph. Soph to Maddie Poor. Maddie Poor plays it wide to Darlene. Darlene's going middle.
Jesus.
Foul's called outside the box to be a free kick here for MTA. Stadden and Sid get over the top of it. Kendall wanted to say hi to her parents, Jody and Justin, out on the swimming fan trail, following their daughter in the Pac-12 championship, so hi to the Staddens. Oh, Sid bends one, hits the crossbar, good ball.
Try, Sid.
Good free kick from Sid. Ball goes out of bounds, MTA throw. Ramira, Ahmed checked, ball goes over, trying to find Stadden, it's just too high. Ball goes off of Stadden's shoulder, goes out of bounds, goal kick for CGA. Still 1-0 here, 9 minutes into the first half, 21 left, unofficially. Sid steps to it. Sid slides. Still fighting. Finds Darlene. Back to Sid. Sid inside to Caitlin. Caitlin finds Maddie Poor. Maddie plays to Maddie Darlene in the corner here. Gets her on the first player. Cross. Squirts through the first MTA player. Caitlin with a shot, gets squirted through. Goalie picks it up. Punt from the keeper. Over the top of everybody. Lindsay pops one up. Headed by the CGA player. Got to get the ball on the ground. Soph traps it, gets it to the ground, plays it to Ramira. Ramira ride to Caitlin. Caitlin back to Lindsay. Lindsay back to Caitlin. Caitlin toe pokes it to Soph. Now we're going. Maddie back to Ramira. Plays it to Soph. Soph takes a turn, finds Stadden's feet. Kendall, top of the box, shoots wide, just wide. Ball goes out of bounds, goal kick for CGA. Goalie flips the ball to the defender, she'll take the goal kick. Today's game is brought to you by sunny weather in February. Us Minnesotans appreciate that. Ball's floated up. Pressure from MTA trying to combine on D. One-two with CGA right there. Ball gets over the top. Ramira there keeping the player in front. Caitlin comes back to help, and from her holding mid position, plays it wide to Beaton. Back to Caitlin. Plays it forward to Maddie Poor. Maddie Poor trying to find Beaton. Gets through the player. Alma takes first touch, goes inside. Left foot. Maddie gets a trap on it. Trying to find Stadden off that volley. Just misses a little bit. Caitlin. Out of bounds. It's going to be a CGA throw right there at the end of their bench. Foul's called. Free kick for MTA. Soph goes quickly. Back to Ramira to Soph. Soph wide out to Lindsay. Lindsay's first touch is forward. Plays it to Sid. Sid to Maddie Poor. 1-2 with Sid. Sid lays it to Maddie. Ball's ruled out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in for CGA here deep in their defensive third. Sub for CGA. MTA throw. Oh, ruled CGA throw. Sid heads the ball back into play. Soph fighting. Soph pressure, deflects the ball backwards. Caitlin comes back to help from her holding mid. She's up high, falls back. CGA player plays in the middle. The truck driver's really excited for the game. Ball on the ground from CGA. Sid first two. Plays it to the middle to Maddie.
Sid, go.
Maddie was looking for Sid to make a run. Ball goes out of bounds. CGA throw. Sid heads it out of bounds. Ball goes out of bounds here. MTA throw. Sid throws quickly, trying to find Stedden's feet. MTA throw. Back to Sid. Kendall's going down to work. They're going to try and find her feet here. Post up. Foul called. Ball on the ground. CGA free kick. Subs in. Hallie Whitty, Gabrielle Wamry, and Annie Mulcahy joined the mix. Subs in for Maddie Darlene Ramira and Caitlin Mulcahy. Free kick. Flicked on by the CGA player. Annie's there. For those that are watching, got a couple of guest players with us this weekend from the 06 ECNL team. They're getting some good playing time and good experience. They've been playing outstanding. Fit in really well with their team. Ball's at G's feet. G back to Lindsay. Foul called. Free kick for MTA. Oh, I guess it was maybe an offsides call. So trying to find the line somewhere between where she was and where she kicked it to. Free kick off the offsides, ball's up, good ball. Flicked on by Soph. Stadden gets it to it. Oh, Maddie Poor puts a leg in there to disrupt. Maddie Poor takes it off the girl's feet, good pressure. Annie finds Soph. Soph cuts it back, trying to combine with Hallie. Hallie on the outside. Sends a cross in, trying to find Stadden's feet. Annie fighting over there, good job by Annie. Trying to keep the ball on our offensive end, but ball goes out of bounds, CGA throw. Still 1-0 here. A little less than 18 minutes into the first half. 30-minute halves, as I mentioned before. Short halftime break. Depending on the outcome of this game, will depend on which game we're playing in, but we have secured a spot in the quarterfinals. So the next game will be at 3:20. Lindsay wide to Sid. Sid stays with it, finds Stadden's feet. Kendall trying to work with Alma there. Ball goes at the end line. Goal kick for CGA. Goalie flips it to the defender. She'll take the goal kick. 1-0 is the score. Goal scored by Maddie Poor off an assist from Alma Beaton. It's our only score so far today. Out of bounds. MTA throw. Sid trying to drop it into Stadden. Trying to find the corner. Kendall. Shot on net. Good shot. Trying to find the near post. Goalie makes a dive. Looks like she might have wrapped herself into the post. She hit the post hard. She moved the net. Good save from her. Corner kick for MTA. Sid's grabbed it for us to our left. Right-footed, so she'll probably swing this in. Ball's in play. Good ball. Off the top of the crossbar. Ruled still in. Lindsay's fighting down there. Ball squirts out to Maddie Poor. She serves it in. Gabrielle. Oh! G with a good shot. Would have been fun to see her bury one there, but just hits it wide. Goal kick for CGA. Good job by G there. As I mentioned, we've got a couple of sixes. They've been playing great. Lineup right now. Bayless and net. Sid, Lindsay, Kendall, and Annie. At D, midfield is G, Maddie Poor, and Soph. Forwards are Alma, Kendall, and Hallie Whitty. Ball's up. Annie, good job shielding. Able to get control of the ball. Plays it back to Qual. Qual facing forward. Plays it to Soph. Soph's able to turn. Soph cutting through. She's got that goal scorer's mentality after 6 goals yesterday. CGA pops back out, trying to get out of there. MTA's fighting back to organize. Ball ends up at Soph's feet. She plays it wide to Hallie. Hallie finds Kendall. Kendall trying to find end line. Chops it back on a cross to Maddie Poor. Oh. Ball out of bounds, but ruled a corner kick off of a deflection. So that will be a corner kick on the far sideline. I would envision that. Oh no, it's on the near sideline, so Sid will take it with the right foot. Another swinger in. 21-30 here, first half. About 8.5 left. 1-0. Ball's up. No one's able to get ahead on that one. It was a good ball served by Sid. Ball ends up squirting out of bounds. Goal kick for CGA. CGA subs here. So again, game's brought to you by great weather and horrible airlines. So hopefully we get out of here tomorrow night with the flights we had planned. And also people watching. Las Vegas Strip never seems to disappoint. So some great people watching. Back to the game. Ball's in play. Floated over the top. Maddie Poor steps through. Trying to find Hallie Whitty on that channel run. CGA is able to take possession. Sid playing pressure and high. Back to the middle. Maddie's got time.
Simple! Let's go! Jesus.
Foul was waved, but not called. Sid there defending. Good pressure. Ball's played over the top. Lindsay jumps up, traps it, gets to her feet, plays it back to Kendall Qual, who's playing deeper. Ball's up, over the top to Hallie. Hallie pokes it back to Soph. Soph to Annie Mulcahy. Annie. Hallie plays it to Maddie Poor. Maddie Poor back to G. G back to Maddie Poor. Finds Hallie. Hallie trying to get around that defender. Defender's able to stay with it, turns it back upfield. G goes in hard with pressure. CGA playing it wide, Sid's there. Off of Sid's foot, goes out of bounds. It's a CGA throw. And he reads that, steps through, pops it out, gets to Soph's feet. Soph's not able to get that ball through. Ball at the top of the box. Lindsay defending. Just keeping player in front. Good job by Linz. Ball goes out of bounds. Goal kick for MTA. Subs in for MTA. Darlene, Caitlin, and Ramira join, replacing Stadden, Qual, and Sid. Defensive now is Ramira, Lindsay, Qual, and Annie. Midfield is G, Maddie, and Soph. Forwards are Maddie, Alma, and Hallie. Bayless with the goal kick. Good job by Linz to get a flick on. Maddie pops it over the top, finds Alma. Foul called. Alma's going to get behind the free kick. Ball served. Ball squirts out inside the 18. Ramirez there, chips it back. Oh, Soph goes, looked like a move from the video game Karate Champ, trying to put a head on it, just misses it. Ball's at Darlene's feet. Plays it wide to Hallie. Hallie finds Soph. Soph trying to find end line. Just mishits it. Ball goes out of bounds. Goal kick for MTA or for CGA. Defender's going to take this ball. Sub for CGA. 26 minutes. About 4 left in this half. Still 1-0 MTA. Goal by Maddie Poor. Ball's played directionally over the top. Pressure from Maddie Darlene. Find Alma. Alma trying to get it to Soph. Gets back to G. G lays it off to Soph. Soph back to Maddie Poor. Maddie Poor to Ramira. Ramira back to Maddie Poor. Maddie Poor takes a touch. Escapes to the right. Trying to find Hallie. Soph with a back ball. Back to Ramira. Ramira to Maddie Darlene. Maddie with the cross. Trying to find Soph. Good ball. Hallie fighting over there. Hallie gets a corner. It's going to be a corner kick on that far sideline. That's an Alma beaten special, the left foot. About 2.5 minutes left in this half. Arms up. Ball served. Just a little bit too much of it. Spins it over the top of the crossbar out of bounds. Goal kick for CGA. defender's going to take the goal kick. The goalie smacked into that post pretty hard. Hopefully she didn't bruise her kidney. Ball's in play. Pressure from MTA. Squirts out. G tries to play it. Maddie fights through. Trying to play the half volley. Just got a little bit too high up on her leg. Squirts out. Goalie grabs it. Minute left here in the first half. Punt from the goalie. So dancing, pulling through. Stays with it. Still on her feet. No call. Ends up back to Lindsay. Lindsay to Ramira. Ramira to Maddie. 1-2 with Ramira. Back to Maddie Poor. Into G. G trying to find Maddie. Too much. Ball goes out of bounds. Trying to find Alma. Ball goes out of bounds. CGA throw. Ball goes all the way through. She finds G's foot. Gabrielle plays Soph. Soph out wide to Annie. Annie to Hallie. Hallie to Alma. Alma to Maddie Poor. That's half. First half score, MTA 0, CGA nothing. We'll be back shortly, quickly, a couple minutes for the start of the second half. All right, we're back for the second half. Starting lineups, second half, brought to you as always by the Bargeste Production Network. For all your streaming needs at MTA, contact Nadir Bargeste at nadirisawesome@gmail.com. In net, Bayless Flynn still our starting defenders, Annie Mulcahy, Caitlin Mulcahy, Lindsay Birch, and Ramira Ambrose. Midfield is Gabrielle Warmery, Sophia Bargeste, Maddie Poor. Starting forwards are Hallie Whitty, Alma Beaton, and Maddie Darlene. MTA's in the Carolina Blues going left to right. They had the ball in the first half, so CGA in the white going right to left. We'll kick off here at the start of the second half. We're just waiting for a ref whistle.
Go get it, Alma. Go
There
get
it is. And we're playing soccer. Pressure from MTA. Good job by Ramira. Keep the ball in front. All the way back to the keeper. Keeper plays it through the middle to Gabrielle's feet. G plays it to Maddie Poor. Ramira keeping the player in front. G, good job from G. Ball goes out of bounds, CGA throw. They're going quickly. Lindsay keeps the player in front of her, heads the ball out of bounds over the MTA bench. CGA throw. Ball's in. Combined defense from Lindsay and Ramira. Lindsay back to Caitlin. Caitlin to Soph. Soph trying to turn, lays it off to Annie. Annie finds G. G to Soph. Soph plays it back to Annie. Annie back to Caitlin. All the way around to Ramira. Ramira takes one touch inside. Plays it to G. G back to Annie. Finds Soph. Soph ghost turns. Soph to Maddie Poor. Maddie Poor to Maddie Darlene. Ball squirts out. Darlene's able to turn onto it. Cross to Hallie.
Hallie, come on!
Ball was just going slow enough. Goalie makes a save. Ball goes out of bounds. Goal kick for MTA. Slow to get up. Goalie's earning her jersey today. Tough kid. Don't know her name, but rammed into the post and then just got laid on top of a melee for the box, so she's gonna stay in. Alma, corner kick to our right here. Ball served. Not much of a chance there. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for CGA. Defender puts it down. Just going to push everybody up. Ball's away. Soph plays it through, finds Maddie's feet. Good shot from Maddie. Goalie punches out. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be an MTA throw. Ball's going quickly. Alma trying to find the end line. Kept in by CGA. Pressure off Alma, goes out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for CGA. 4 minutes into the half. Still 1-0 MTA. Goal early. About 8 minutes in. Maddie Poor off of Alma Beaton cross. Ball's up. Maddie Poor gets a foot on it, gets it to Darlene's feet. Maddie trying to cut to Maddie Poor to Maddie Darlene. Darlene spins, trying to find a shot. Ball ends up on her feet again. Back to Ramira. Must have been an offside somewhere. Or no, goal kick. I don't know what happened there. Defender's got her arm up. I think this is a offsides maybe. I don't know. Ball's up. Soph, directional header, trying to find Hallie. Ball goes out of bounds. CGA throw. Ball's in. Soph kicks it, trying to find Maddie Poor. Good combined B from the Malachi brothers. Good passing from CGA. Maddie Poor toes it back to Caitlin. Caitlin to Bay. Bay takes a touch, plays it back to Caitlin. Caitlin. Caitlin gets it out of there. Caitlin to Annie. Annie on the ground to Soph. Soph trying to escape, gets it to Ramira. Ramira across the top of the box. Played on Soph. 11 trying to get end line. Annie's there. Just hits it. Ball goes out of bounds. Goal kick for Bayless.
Exactly.
Bayless puts it down. Ball's up. Lindsay goes to flick. Ends up getting through. Maddie Poor still fighting. Back to Annie. Annie. Good job from Annie. Plays it to try to play it through the middle. Maddie Poor pokes through the legs. Soph pull turns, going to the middle. Plays wide to Alma. Alma back to Soph. Soph to Hallie. Hallie out wide to Alma. Offsides on MTA, free kick for CGA. Bender puts it up right here in front of us. Push from the beast, Annie Mulcahy. Foul called. Free kick for CGA. Ball's played. Combined defense from Hallie and Annie. Caitlin. Good job from Beaton.
Good, Alma.
Gets all the way back to G. G plays it to Lindsay. Lindsay to G. G wide to Ramira. To Alma. Pressure. Good step from G. Good touch around the first player. Plays it to Maddie. Maddie back to Ramira. Ramira to G. Good turn.
Generally, that would be
Trying to find Dolly and good ball from G. Oh, Maddie trying to find the short post. Goalie makes a good save. Out of bounds. CGA throw right at their bench. Subs in. Stadden, Qual, Sid back in, replacing Beaton, Poor, and Annie. Defenders now are Sid, Caitlin, Qual, and Birch. Midfield, Soph, G, and oh no, they've got Qual playing holding mid, so Qual's playing holding mid. Caitlin plays it to Soph. Soph over the top to Maddie. Good ball from Soph. Lindsay takes possession. Ball goes out of bounds. CGA throw. Still 1-0, 11 minutes into the second half, about 19 left. Soph with pressure. Ramira tracking back. Almost. Ball goes across the face of the goal. Kendall finds Sid. Sid trying to find Stadden. Foul called there. CGA free kick. Ball's away. Maddie, or no, Gabrielle going in there getting the head on it. Qual playing holding mid right now. Lays it back to Sid. Sid back to Qual. Qual finds Gabrielle. G plays it out to Soph. Soph wide to Ramira. Ramira back to Soph. Soph takes a cutter on the first player. Plays it to Maddie.
Get in there, that's it, girl.
Cross from Darlene to Stadden.
That's how we do it.
Make it easy. Good job from Soph playing Maddie down the line. Maddie takes the end line, gets a nice cross to the spot, and Stadden buries it. Make it 2-0 MTA. 12:29 into the second half, so 2-0 MTA. Girls look good when they play simple. Soph with pressure. Caitlin. Qual. Ball's down. CJ wants to go quick. Ball's in play. Good job by Sid. Hallie trying to find Stadden's feet.
Hallie, good job, Hallie.
Ball goes out of bounds. CGA throw. Trap. Stadden disrupting. Soph lays it off to Darlene. Shot ends up at Qual's feet. Ball's deflected out of bounds. It's going to be a corner for MTA.
Good job, Kendall.
Sid going to take this corner to our right. Ball's in. Near post defender, heads it, gets it all the field. Lindsay tracking back. Caitlin keeping her in front. Foul called. MTA's got a free kick. Sid behind it. Ball's up. CGA player keeps in play. Foul called. Free kick for CGA near the sideline here to our right. Ball served up high. Caitlin finds Soph. Soph turns the corner. She's attacking now. Lays it to Kendall. Kendall cuts it back. She's in the box. Just one too many players. Tried to get around there. CGA countering. Ball's played over the top. 32 is going to be able to run onto it. Caitlin keeps her in front. Good job by Caitlin defending. Sid to Hallie. Good job by G defending. Foul called here just outside the front of the box. Free kick for CGA. Subs for CGA. CGA player sets it up. One person wall, Stadden. Rest of the players are marking up. They only got 5 forward, 4 dropped. Tries to shoot it on net, ball goes wide, out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Bay. 17 into the second half. 2-0 MTA. Goals from Poor and Stadden. Ball's up. Oh, Lindsay goes to flick it and ends up with on her forehead. The ball's played wide. Save from Bay. Bay is on top of it.
No foul.
Ball squirts away. Soph cuts her on the first one. Ball's to Darlene. Gets it through to Stadden. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be an MTA throw. Ball. Ramira throws it into Maddie. Maddie gets it down to her feet, plays it back to Ramira. Soph to Maddie. Maddie back to Ramira, looking to reset. To Soph in the middle. One touch through. Just a little bit too much. Ends up back at Soph's feet. Hallie's offsides. Free kick for CGA.
Nice idea. Nice idea.
Almost 19 minutes here in the second half. CGA sub. Got 2-0 score. Girls have put together some good organized play. A little discombobulated maybe this morning, but still able to fight through. Hallie gets her shoe tied. Sorry, her cleat tied. Defender. Ball's up. Off of the CGA player's chest and face. Soph. Soph plays it to Maddie. Looking for a channel run. Ramira disrupts. Wall to G. G to Soph. So fights through. Finds Maddie.
Oh!
Maddie's giving this goalie a workout today. Good save. Ball's away.
Good job, Sid.
Sid. Ball's wide. Someone's got to be first too. CGA player steps around Ramirez as she attacks.
Jesus.
Ricochet action. Ball ends up, Bay makes a first save. Ball was there. Try to clear it. Ends up in Bay's mitts. Bayless punts. Ends up with Caitlin. Caitlin looking for Hallie. Hallie with a good turn.
Time, you got time, Hallie. You got time.
Hallie working with Kendall. Kendall keeps it in bounds. Ball goes out of bounds off the CGA player, MTA throw. Beaton, Annie, and Maddie Porter join the mix for Lindsay, Soph, and Ramira. Sid throws the ball down, finds Stadden's feet. Kendall working that end line. Keeps trucking.
Oh, Kendall.
Just trying to chip one over the top. Ball unfortunately trickles out of bounds. It's a goal kick for CGA. 22 minutes, 2-0 MTA. Qual gets a body part on it. Alma ends up with it, plays it back to Hallie. Hallie runs to Alma. Back to Hallie. Hallie looking end line. Gets the ball in the cross. And backs up to Sid. Sid to Alma. Alma back to Sid. Sid back to Alma. All the way wide to Annie. Annie plays it to Darlene. Maddie finds Maddie Poor. Back to Darlene. Cross. Ball went out of bounds. Goal kick for.
He called it off.
Goalie rolls it out. Stadden with pressure. Alma steps to it. Kendall takes a shot. Keeper's able to keep it in front. Punts away. G puts a foot on it, trying to find Maddie Poor with the directional trap. Ball's played through. Annie steps to it. Annie to Darlene. To Maddie Poor. Annie, Maddie Poor working together. Wide to Maddie Darlene, back to Annie. Forward to Maddie Poor. Finds Stadden. Stadden takes control, plays it to Maddie Poor. Maddie Poor trying to find Darlene. CGA player kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be an MTA throw. CGA sub. Ball's thrown in. Stadden trying to get that end line, able to turn. Plays it to Maddie Poor. Maddie Poor to Maddie Darlene. Alma. G finds Maddie Darlene. Kendall to Caitlin. Caitlin mishits it. Sid's got to hustle back to grab it. Back to Caitlin. Caitlin to Qual. Qual back to Caitlin. Caitlin to Sid. Working with G. G finds Alma. To Hallie. Hallie steps on top of it. Side foots it out to Sid on a run from outside back. Sid serves the ball in. That goes out of bounds. Goal kick for CGA.
Try, Sid.
Ball's away. Flicked on by the CGA player. Sid. .28 play, leads 98. Ball. Ball's deep in the corner. Good job by Hallie. Qual finds Beaton. Beaton finds Poor. Maddie Poor leads Annie Mulcahy. Annie plays it down the sideline to Darlene. Darlene runs onto it. Good cross from Darlene to Alma. Alma just mishits it a little bit. Ball goes wide. Out of bounds. Goal kick for CGA. .27.5, 2.5 left here in the second half. 2-0 MTA. Ball's up. She puts a head on it. Annie Shields keeps the ball in bounds. Gets it back to Qual. Qual forward to G. G backwards to Caitlin. Caitlin finds Alma. Alma back to Sid. Sid touches to Hallie. Hallie to Kendall. Kendall trying to get her on the corner. Handball called here. CGA free kick. Good ball from CGA. They're able to come away with it. Foul call on MTA.
No fouls, girls.
Minute left. CGA free kick outside the top of the box. Nothing MTA. 4-person wall. Bay's got him set up. 24's got her arm up. Tries to drive it into the goal. Maybe he just got too much at the bottom of it. Sails it up over the top. Bayless goal kick. One last run for MTA maybe here. Bayless. Ball goes over the top. Maddie Poor. Back to Annie. And that's game. Final score, MTA 2, CGA 0. That's the end of pool play. MTA finishes their pool play 3-0. They'll be the number 1 seed going into the quarterfinals. We'll play the 2 seed of the B bracket, which our MTA team, other MTA team that's down here, I think ensured that would be a team from Washington, Snohomish. So we'll be back at 3:20 Pacific Coast time, 5:20 Central time, streaming again. Final score again here today is 2-0 MTA. Gonna try and close it up shop because we